Hey, it is Curly Shirley. It's been a minute, but I am here to do a little paint with me video in regards to Mother's Day. So obviously we know that Mother's Day is filled with lots and lots of love, but for some of us, we have a lot of love, but we don't have anywhere to kind of put it towards if your mom's not here, if your mom's not present in your life. And with that can come a little bit of grief. So I kind of just wanted to talk a little bit about my experience of Mother's Day for this year, how it went for me, some of the things that I did to help me, maybe to give you guys a little bit of perspective or just something to listen in as you watch me sort of work on this commission. So to start, I wanted to talk a little bit about, what Mother's Day means for me. So obviously it is a little bit tough because I don't have my mom here with me. It's obviously something that I think about often, but on this day in particular, it can be a little bit overwhelming because, like I said, I have a lot of love for her, but I just don't have anywhere to put that love because she's not here in the physical. So with that being said, a couple things that I had to really make sure that I was aware of this weekend was giving myself space to feel. I also had to be very aware or receptive in terms of how it would show up for me. I feel like sometimes it shows up like I'm sad that she wasn't here for me, but the older that I get, it sort of changes into me being sad that she isn't here to experience all the different steps of motherhood. Like I think a lot of the times we're, at least before you have kids, you're really mindful of your experience as a child. But as I grow older and I see the people around me kind of have kids and grow, and I just feel like I'm learning a lot about the aspect of moving into like womanhood and like motherhood, adulthood, in terms of like being there for younger people and like seeing them grow and learn. And I think that in itself is sort of a bit of a grieving process for me because I feel like I'm grieving for her in a sense. With that being said, I did really have to be mindful of the support that I had around me, and use that. I mean, you can use it in whatever way sort of works for you, but for me in particular, I really just spent the day with my dad, which actually felt really good, and I felt like it was really helpful, because it gave me an opportunity to kind of shift into I guess, an attitude of gratitude. And it really gave me the opportunity to review what motherhood actually means for me. Like, I feel like because I've never had my mom, at least around me, like, alive, I think that I've had to find mothering in different ways. Yes, partially because of me, and some of the stuff that I've had to go through on my own. But I feel like for me to say that completely would be discrediting a lot of people who I'm very grateful to have. I know not everybody has the same kind of support. I just can only give you the tools that I have at this moment. But with that, what I'm trying to say is that although nobody can replace who my mother is or what my mother means to me, there's a lot of other things that I have in my life that can really help me fill my cup. I think that there's an archetype that we have when it comes to mothers or what it means to be a mother, but I just, through my experience, it can come in so many different shapes and forms. I obviously have my dad, who has been like a mom to me, taught me everything down to like, how to shave my legs. I have my grandmas, I have my aunts, I have my uncles, I have my cousins. I've been able to find a sense of belonging through even sisterhood. They have a saying that says, it takes a village to raise a child. I wholeheartedly believe in that. I also believe that it takes a village to maintain an adult, or to continue to like maintain that child. If it wasn't for the people that I have, I know I would have not ever made it this far. And for those of you who don't have the same kind of supports that I have, the advice that I would give you is find people that fill your cup and that you feel supported around, because that support system, like particularly when it comes to emotions and being emotionally sound, that can take you so much further than anything else when it comes to stability, because your emotional health is really closely linked with your mental health, right? Another thing I would probably say was a little bit difficult for me this weekend would be going to my mom's like grave site, right? Because my grandma is close by where my mom is, and I think that when things kind of happened with my grandma, it really exasperated how I was feeling about my mom. I think because things with my mom happened when I was so young, it was a little bit difficult for me to completely understand it. But in particular, just looking at the dates and seeing how much time has passed and the fact that my love feels so strong still was just really amazing to me, because I feel like it feels like yesterday to me, you know? Just how much I love them, it's not changed one bit. But the time has flown so fast. It's almost like if you really can't check yourself, you can get lost in your grief, you know? And I would say for moving forward, the biggest thing that I really want to do is just make sure that I'm continuing on her legacy. As long as I'm continuing on her legacy, there's no way that she could ever be forgotten, her or my grandma. And I think that's something that I would worry about a lot when I was little. Like, I think about this every day, and people are like going on with their lives and they're gonna forget her and it's just gonna be nothing. And it's like, that is not the case at all, you know? But like I said, as long as I'm sort of carrying on with my life and living my life to the fullest, my mom is gonna live on forever, because I'm half of her. I'm the next best thing to her, you know? And when I move on and when I have kids and my kids have kids, like all of those things are gonna be passed on. She's gonna be living forever, like whether it's in the physical or whether it's on a spiritual level, you know? So I just kind of try to take solace in that and make sure that when I'm moving forward, I'm living my life in the best way for the both of us, because she didn't have the opportunity to do so. So that means I just have to go like 10 times as hard. Lastly, I'd probably say that this weekend has really solidified for me that regardless of how long you're here on this earth, what you do, how you interact with people, the love that you share, the love that you give out, it makes an impact, and that it sticks with people. And that's what really needs to be focused on, which is why I kind of talked about continuing on that legacy, because when you're gone, people don't remember you for the things that you have physically. They don't remember material things, but they remember the things that you do to them. They remember the things that you say to them. They remember the way that you make them feel. I just hope that when I'm living my life, I'm living my life that in a way that's in alignment with my highest self and in alignment with how my mom would want me to be. You know, I hope that she would be proud of me, and I hope that I can continue on my journey here on this earth and really just make a difference. I mean, it is a little bit embarrassing for me to come on here and kind of like bawl my eyes out. Mind you, I cry about everything. I watch a cute movie and I'm like, this is so sweet. But the point is, I just want to be on here to show you guys that grieving is a normal part of life. You're not wrong. You're not weak. You're actually strong, because you actually have so much love for someone that it's overflowing. And love is the main thing that makes the world go round. If you ask me, I believe that love is the root of everything. So with that being said, like, I hope I was able to give someone a little bit of perspective about things and not make them feel like they're so alone, because this grieving stuff is not linear at all. Some days it's good and it's great and I'm honky-dory. Other days will kick me while I'm down. But I just want to let you guys know that like you're not alone. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe, and you can follow me on Etsy and Instagram or Snapchat at the handles below. Bye.